Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of The Wonderful World of Mickey. I'm Matt, and he's Bob, and yes, we're Disney-holics.
Hi, folks. They snuck up on me.
They did.
They didn't go 5, 4, 3 or nothing.
I could tell. You were taken aback.
I almost got scared.
Taken by surprise.
By surprise.
As always, we're just two guys happen to have a lot of fun down at Walt Disney World and enjoy sharing our enjoyment of Walt Disney World with anybody.
And the immediate area, too, because there's a lot of big things coming on that we want to touch on over the course of the, not this week, but in future weeks of things happening over at Universal Studios.
Yes.
And the new, you just started the other night, I saw a commercial for the Mad Hatter and some of the other stuff that's over there. And, oh, the Cat in the Hat, that's what it was.
Yes.
And they have different lands over there, so that's going to be something that's really going to be big. And there's a lot of news out there about it, and we're gonna go and touch onto those things too. So it's not just Disney itself, but the world of Mickey.
Yes.
Because everything's evolving around that area.
It has become one of the largest tourist areas in the world right now.
I think it's one of the. I think it's the #1 destination site. I mean,
metropolitan Orlando area.
I mean, you look at it. If you win the Super Bowl, what's the first thing you say after you get through winning the Super Bowl and your MVP?
Going to Disney, insert World or Land here.
That's right. And the commercial comes up just after the show's, or the game's over. And right. that's gotten real big, and that tells you something about the power of the whole thing.
It does. Well, what we have in store for you tonight, we have some news to let you know about. As well as the debut of a new little portion of the program that we're going to call the Rumor Mill. Information that you may find to be true or not true sometime down the future. That's what being a rumor is all about. It may or may not be true.
That's right.
And but it's we feel that what we'll do with the Rumor Mill is try to repeat to you only rumors that we feel have a credible source to them, so that maybe there'll be, for the most part, at least a small nugget of truth.
I think one of the rumors that we did touch on was that Tower of Terror was going to have a third drop.
Yes.
In one of the past shows that we had. And they just sent out in the last bulletin that it is going to happen now, and that is happening, I believe, as we speak. That they're having 3 drops on the Tower of Terror, which people that I talk to, some of them, it's too much for them, and it's just making it that much more intense. I think what they said was the first drop, when they drop you, instead of opening the doors and looking out, you're in the pitch black and you drop without even...
Well, you always were.
But they add a little twist to it, so it makes it even more intense than it was before.
I think that anything that reduces the line that I have to wait in for the Tower of Terror will suit me just fine. We have a number of other rumors to talk about. We'll touch on that a little bit later. Also, this week, a couple of weeks ago, we had talked about how to select the water park that was best for you. We'll look into how to do that tonight as well. A little bit of a quiz to take for you and your family or your traveling companions to try to figure out which of the 3 major water parks at the Walt Disney World Resort might be the best one for you to choose.
Yes, and we're also going to we're going to talk about penny presses tonight a little bit later, and their locations and how to go about finding their locations for those that are starting to collect them. And I did bring one along with me so people can see what it actually is that we're talking about. And I have a license plate that was given to me that I want to show a little bit later.
A nice little collector's item that you have.
Collector's item. It's a very nice collector's item. And we get some fun facts, and we're going to do some trivia, too. I want to throw the phone number out there. I see they already have. It's 339-4915. And this week here, we did something different on the show. If you notice, we didn't set up the monorail up on the table here. What I wanted to do is take it and it's down below here, and one of the cameras will zoom out or do something with it, and we'll get an idea of what it looks like when it's all set up, so you can see the actual size of it set up.
That, of course, is the monorail that we're giving away as part
Yes.
of our trivia
That's gonna
contest.
Yes, and if you get two of our trivia questions right, you become eligible for the grand drawing of it, and it's a neat little set. I mean, it fits around our Christmas tree, and they're showing it right now, and it makes a complete circle, and it says, "Welcome to Walt Disney World," and it's pretty neat.
Now, there's one little add-on to the 2 out of 3, in that I combed through this week and found a question that I think is particularly difficult.
Oh, good.
And that question, if you can get that question right, we'll give you an entry into the drawing if you can answer that one bonus question, because it's I think, a particularly hard question.
Okay.
But I kind of like it. I think I'll throw that one out first. This is kind of our bonus question. If you can answer this number,
Okay.
or answer this question at 339-4915, then we'll give you an automatic entry into the drawing. You only have to answer this one or any 2 of the other questions that we have.
This better be hard then.
This is hard. What song title from the movie Peter Pan, the Disney version of the movie Peter Pan,
I'm glad you clarified that.
became the final line spoken by Captain Kirk in one of the Star Trek motion pictures?
Okay.
There's a hint, and if we don't get any correct answers on that, I may give that hint out a little
Oh,
bit
no,
later.
you're not. Not for a hard question.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll repeat that again. What song title from the Disney movie Peter Pan became the final line spoken by Captain Kirk in one of the Star Trek motion pictures?
Okay. One other thing, just the people that won last week, that won tickets to the Video Mania free rentals, they're still coming. I just haven't got a chance to get down there with all the bad weather and everything else, so bear with me and I'll get them to you.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's
We were
right.
on.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we do this every other week. Trivia does the every other week on the every other week that we're not doing every other week. So that was, yeah.
You sound like Yogi Berra.
Every other week after every other week.
Every 2 weeks we're
true.
on.
Okay. Now, along with trivia, if you have a question about Disney World or traveling to Disney World, or you have something that you want to ask us, if we don't know it, we're not saying we're Disney experts, but we have a lot of knowledge about it. And if you want to ask us a question, if we don't know it, we'll find out for you. We like to try to get a lot of those questions in too. People don't realize that haven't been there in the last, I'd say, 6 years. Disney World, if you picture this, it's 57 square miles in its entirety. And that's like 5 miles one way and 10 miles another way. So to get to that area, and if you go from one end where All-Star Movie and All-Star Sports are, to drive up to the Magic Kingdom, that's a 5-mile drive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
you know, there was a time when Walt Disney World was the Magic Kingdom and the 4 resorts.
Right.
That at the time were right there. Fort Wilderness, the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian, and that was it to Walt Disney World. Now you have all 4 theme parks now, which are spread out over this very large area. This is
well, that's the biggest thing. I find that dealing with people and talking to people, because I help people on the website that I'm on, and like I had a person this week that's going in 2 weeks, and you know they were saying, well, they're leaving at 10 o'clock on Saturday, so they were thinking of going to the Magic Kingdom for a quick visit before they left to go to the plane. Now, they're leaving at 10 o'clock in the morning on the plane. They have to be there at 9. The Magic Kingdom doesn't open until 7. So they really don't have any idea that, you know, you can't just pop into the Magic Kingdom and pop out. And so...
Pardon me.
Okay. I'd like to... They put the website up on the screen that I'm a I'm a chat host and also a moderator on the trip planning board, and it's www.disneyinfo.com. Did I say www.disneyinfo.com?
3 W's.
Yeah.
www.disneyinfo.com.
Wrestling, the same thing, but I get confused.
See, well, you want W's said over there, you got to talk to somebody who works in radio.
So,
that's the only way there is to it.
Okay, well, all that .com, and then there's different sites on that that you can go to. There's trip planning, and I'm going to go over those a little bit later, of the different boards that are out there for information that gives you that. So I think right now we're going to go to Matt, and oh wait, I'm going to put some more questions out here. Let's see. Where in Epcot can you find the Dodgers Palace? Okay, which attraction, let's see, I'll try this one. How many Magic Kingdom merchandise shops are based on animated characters? Ooh, not good. You're not going to like these, man. And let me give an easy one. How about we name the 2 caves on Tom Sawyer's Island? No, okay. Well, I'll put it out there just in case.
You should talk.
Why? I'm looking.
Well, people won't watch if you don't at least talk.
In what attraction do you ride antique cars with names such as McBadgers, Molly, and Ratty? Or what attraction did you used to ride? I'm sorry.
Almost caught you.
Almost caught me.
Almost had you with that one.
What attraction do you ride antique-style cars with names of McBadger, Molly, and Ratty?
Now, if you call up and you want to try the trivia, and you've heard a bunch of questions
and you don't like them, we got more.
Feel free to ask us for a new question that you haven't heard. But then again, you could get another question that he's picked out.
They don't get much better than mine.
Nice like this. In the movie The Lion King, what's the name of Simba's father? That's my happiness.
Put
Why
out
don't we
a
hit
couple
some
more
news here?
We'll put out one more for you,
All
seeing
right,
you don't
one
like
more.
any of mine.
In Disney's DuckTales, who are Uncle Scrooge's arch enemies? Who are the big enemies of Uncle Scrooge in the movie DuckTales? Those are the questions that we have out there, and hey, DuckTales is on.
DuckTales is
okay. In the morning.
okay.
There's lots of little kids out there.
No problem.
Who should know this.
Okay.
Watch this program. Well, we hit some news from around Walt Disney World, news from around the world, starting with the Lord of the Dance. Yes, the jigging, toe-tapping Irish dancers headed for an extended stay at Walt Disney World. They're hammering out a deal calling for the popular Lord of the Dance troupe to perform at Epcot Center for the 4 months leading up to the theme park's Millennium Celebration. It's a popular spin-off of Riverdance featuring the popular Riverdance dancer Michael Flatley. He left the group to form his own show. It's an unusual deal for Disney, which traditionally has shied away from signing extended performance deals with groups as popular as Lord of the Dance. Spokesman Dan Higgins says the international flavor of the troupe is a perfect fit for Epcot. And Lord of the Dance fits right in with Epcot in that it is very popular and an international show. In fact, it's been a major draw. Now touring Canada, the show's average gross per stop is $384,000. The television cartoon Doug has opened up a live performance at the MGM Studios in Walt Disney World. We have simple sets and props, according to one who has already been there. The audience participants, they bring in some audience participants for this one, as they do with many Disney live shows. Get some simple walk-ons. 4 of the adults pretend to be a rock band for about 15 seconds. One kid gets a one-line speaking role.
I think this is in the area of where the what was that haunted thing there? The books, the kids' books for the spooky things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll look it up.
You ought to find that. You ought to do that. While he's hunting through that, we'll pause briefly from the news because that's really all we have new for this week. We're going to hit a lot of new stuff in the rumor mill coming up in a moment, but we have Sam awaiting on the phone lines. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hi, Sam.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't seem to hear Sam yet.
Good.
Ah, there you are, Sam. How you doing?
Good.
All right.
Sam, turn your TV down in your room, okay?
Okay.
That'll help us. Man, we need a lot of help. But
Now let us know when you're all set.
Yep.
you ready?
Yep.
Okay, what can we do for you tonight, Sam?
Can I do a question?
Sure.
The one, like, what's the name of Simba's father?
Yeah.
And
Go ahead. What is it?
King Mufasa?
King Mufasa. That's correct, Sam. You got that one right. Got one down. Another one you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, how about if we pick one out? Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know who Uncle Scrooge's arch enemies are in DuckTales?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch it?
See, I told you that question was... Go ahead.
Oh. All right, we'll try one more. This is a new one. What ride at Walt... What? Oh,
You with me, Sam?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
What ride at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom tells you in an eerie voice, there's no turning back now?
I've never been to Disney World.
Oh. Well, Sam, you got one of them right, but you got to get two.
Hold on.
I'm going to give you one more shot here.
He hasn't been to Disney World?
Yeah.
That could be tough.
All right, I'll tell you what, Sam.
Yeah.
Can you tell me who Simba's uncle was?
Uncle Scar?
You got it. All right, we'll give you that one, too, and we'll qualify you for the drawing, okay?
Yep.
All righty. You have any other questions for us tonight, Sam?
No.
All right, well, thanks very much for calling tonight.
That's
And-
my third time.
What's that?
That's my third time.
That's your third time?
Oh, you got...
Oh,
You're increasing your odds, Sam.
Yeah.
good work. All righty. Thank you very
Okay.
much for calling tonight, Sam. We'll talk to you again, huh?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to go to a break, Matt, and then we're going to come back, and we have Matt on the phone when we come back, all right? So we're going to take off right now, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
Hey,
And we're back.
welcome back.
Wow.
Just like that. But you got to wake up. I was ready.
Yeah, well, I didn't even see it.
Twice now.
Well,
Twice now. Hey,
Been
we got to go to the
practicing.
phones right away and talk to Matt. Hi there, Matt. How you doing tonight?
Good.
What's on your mind?
I want to answer the question.
Okay.
okay.
Which one do you want to give a shot at?
The one that where they say there's no turning back.
Yeah?
Is it the haunted house?
A haunted mansion, yes, it is. We will give you credit for that. House and mansion mean the same thing.
Right.
Right. Haunted mansion. You hear the eerie voice coming out from behind you saying, there's no turning back now. All right, you got one down. You need to pick up another correct answer to qualify for the drawing. You think you got an answer?
I have the, I think I have the answer for the, antique, cars.
Oh, okay. Can you turn your TV down a little?
Is it,
It's a, I can give you a hint. It's a ride that just closed this past summer.
is it Mr. Toad's Wild Ride?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I thought
Very-
that was one of your better questions. by
Thank
the way.
you. It was a better question. Okay, so Matt, you got two. You're qualified for the monorail,
Okay,
and congratulations.
thank you.
Thanks very much for the call, Matt.
Before we go any further, I just want to mention our sponsors.
Oh, yes.
And we have the Golf Club Factory, which is on 106 in the DeAngelo's Plaza. And we have Videomania, and that's down on 106 down further. And we have, Abacus Travel.
Yes.
And all the girls that are over there in Abacus Travel.
Right on Copeland Drive next to the post office.
Exactly.
Kristen, we're getting right to you. How you doing this evening?
Hi,
Kristen's on
Kristen.
the phone. I know you are.
Hey, Kristen.
Hi.
Hi there. What can we do for you this evening?
Well, I had a couple answers, but the kid before me just answered them, so can you repeat some of your questions, please?
Well, we can throw a couple of new ones out
you,
there.
you
Okay.
definitely want me to throw out new ones.
Yeah, you want to throw out some old ones, too.
Well-
In Disney's DuckTales, who are Uncle Scrooge's arch enemies?
I don't know that one.
Okay. Here's a new one. Where does most of the Disney movie Tron take place? That's a bad question. Nobody saw that movie, but...
Tron. And you're complaining about my questions. Kristen, can you turn your phone down just a little bit?
Okay.
Your not your phone, your TV?
Yep.
Thanks. Okay, let me see. Do you know anything about Disney World?
Yep.
Oh, good. Okay. Part of Fort Wilderness is on what lake?
Can you say that again?
Fort Wilderness, the resort Fort Wilderness.
Yep.
What lake is it off of?
Oh, wait a minute. Is
It's-
it? No.
It's something lake.
Oh, I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
All right, here's another one. Can you tell me where you'd go to find
I got a good one.
the Summit Plummet?
Oh,
I know where the Summit Plummet is.
Where is it?
Blizzard Beach.
Yes,
how many she got so far?
that's one.
Okay. Kristen, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Okay. Staying with Blizzard Beach. What's the name of the mascot of Blizzard Beach?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I've never been there before. I've just read about it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
What is the name of Walt Disney's masterpiece combining animation with symphony?
I'm not sure.
Okay, wait
Take
a
a
minute.
guess.
I got another one. I got a good one.
Okay.
This is a good one. You've been to Disney World, Kristen?
Yep.
Okay. How many stations are there on the Walt Disney Railroad?
How many stations?
How many times does the train stop?
Ooh.
Think.
Is it 5 times?
No.
No.
No. That, I'll have to put that one out there.
Talk.
I don't want to. I got one
You
here.
have to keep talking. Ask. I've run through my list here.
Okay, in the Muppets 3D,
Yep.
okay, who comes out and impersonates Mickey Mouse?
Oh. I don't know his name, but he's...
But, okay, just tell me what kind of
Describe him.
character he is.
He's like a... He's blue and he's like a bee or something. And... Oh, wait a minute.
He's like,
Oh, no, he's one of those... Is he one of those fuzzy Muppets or something?
yeah, he's a fuzzy Muppet.
Yeah.
What kind of fuzzy Muppet?
I don't know at all.
He's in the same family as a mouse, but different. He's bigger.
I don't know.
Jeez. Okay. Kristen, they're telling me to stay on the line after you get through with this call. Oh, God. I'm throwing out all these questions here.
Well, here's my last one. What is the name of the dog in the movie Peter Pan?
I don't know.
Some people use this name to refer to a grandmother.
Okay. Kristen, we give you credit for one, and if you figure out another one, call us back.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, thanks for calling. You have any questions? Are you going to Disney World in the future?
Yeah, I'm going in July.
Oh, what? Okay. Beginning or end of July?
The 2 weeks, like the 2 last weeks of July.
2 last weeks in July?
Yep.
Okay, well, you'll have a good time then.
Yeah.
Get a lot of swimming in.
Yep.
Okay, if you have any questions, call back, and before the end for July, I'll have some information coming up for what's going on in July.
Okay.
Okay, well, one of them was that river dance. That's going to be. I'm going there this summer, and I plan on taking that in. That's going to be interesting. Stay on the line, Kristen, and they're going to pull you back somehow and ask you some information.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for calling. All right. We got a whole bunch of trivia things out there. I don't remember which ones I put out there, but I'll throw one more out. What is that?
Oh, never mind. You can't see it. I drew a Mickey, but that's okay.
Oh, that's okay. How many blocks long is Main Street, USA at Disney World?
Okay. Why not talk about water parks since we got the Summit Plummet correct?
Oh, can we talk to Jay and then
Why
do
don't
the
we
water
talk
parks?
to Jay first, and then we'll talk about
Okay.
water parks. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
What can we do for you?
Can I answer some questions?
Sure.
Ooh, we got a lot of them out there. Do you know any of the answers to them?
Is the Beagle Brothers one of the DuckTales?
The Beagle Boys, yes,
Yep, the
that's
Beagle
right.
Boys.
I would have taken the Beagle Brothers, Ma and her Beagle Boys, the Beagle Boys, any of those is good.
Oh, they're easy.
Well, because they're referred to as all of those things in
Okay.
the show. But the Beagle Boys, that's right. There's one for you, Jay. One more to qualify for the drawing for the monorail. Any others off the top of your head that you can answer?
No.
Okay. Let's...
What's
Hello?
that? Hello.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
I thought you were playing music there for a
No,
second.
no.
And you can't answer any of the other questions we threw out there? Have you been to Disney World?
The blocks for the Main Street USA, is that 5?
No.
4?
You can't guess.
Okay.
Okay. You want to call back? 4 and 5 are not correct.
Okay.
So that's your 3 guesses, so you're going to have to call back, Jay.
All right.
We'll give you credit for one answer.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let's move on to the water park thing, Matt.
All right. Now, at Walt Disney World, there are 3 major water parks that you can travel to. We're not talking about any of the themed pools at the various resorts, which if you travel around Walt Disney World enough, you will start to notice that there are some really cool swimming pools. We're talking about the water parks, and there are 3 of them. The original, the first one to open, is River Country. That's located next to Fort Wilderness off of a certain lake on Walt Disney World
that
property.
same lake, something lake.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
The second park to be built was Typhoon Lagoon. That opened about a dozen years ago or so.
Yeah, about that.
Typhoon Lagoon is located near the Disney Marketplace area, And then the third park that opened up was Blizzard Beach, which is located closer to the Animal Kingdom area as well. And that
Down near
was
the All-Stars.
Right. That is the most recently opened of the 3 water parks. Now, which water park is right for you? Well, some traveling groups, if you're going with a group of friends, and it's no problem to visit all 3 water parks, and you can have a good time and enjoy each one of them. But if you're working with a limited amount of time, and you're only going to have time to devote 1 day to traveling to a water park, then what you need to do is kind of try to prioritize which one is the best one to go to. So I'm going to give you a list of 6 questions here that you can ask yourselves about the traveling group that you're going with to determine which, if you had to choose one water park to go to, which one would be best. The first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is the most important thing in a water park? And if it's A, the pools, B, the waves, or C, the slides. Question number 2, our children are A, toddlers and preschoolers, B, a mix of ages, 4, 8, and 11, say, or C, preteens and teenagers. The third question, long lines are A, the last thing I want when I'm trying to relax, B, tolerable at the big deal rides, but I like to get away from the crowd sometimes, C, to be expected. 4, when we go to a water park, we A, just drop in for a couple of hours to cool off, B, show up in the evening and use the time to unwind, or C, go early and stay all day. Question 5 to ask yourself, I'd like to lie by the pool with A, a big old shade tree to sit under and a slice of watermelon. B, the latest Tom Clancy novel and a pina colada. Or C, who has time to lie by the pool? And finally, the last question you need to ask yourself, as a family, we're looking for A, relaxation, B, variety, or C, excitement. Now,
Excitement one.
Oh yeah. If you've answered mostly A's to those questions, wade your way into river country. River country tends to be a little more relaxed. The lines there tend to be shorter, and there's not as much emphasis placed on the slides themselves. It's a place to splash around, have a good old time next to lake.
It's something like,
It's a trivia question that we have tonight. But I'm trying to fight over this sinus infection. That's why I keep hacking away this evening. If most of your answers are B's, there's a wave with your name on it in Typhoon Lagoon. Typhoon Lagoon has some big deal lines. There are some big lines that you'll have to wade in. But if you want to just jump in and cool off, there is the big pool with the waves that you can go into.
that's Typhoon Lagoon, right?
Right, Typhoon Lagoon.
That's the one. That one there I find is between Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, that Typhoon Lagoon has more shade.
Yes, absolutely. Much more shade there. And finally, if most of your answers are C's, hit Blizzard Beach. Much more excitement involved in the slides that are there. There is a wider variety of slides. And
I like to go sit at the bottom of the big drop there,
Summit Plummet.
and watch all these people that decide that they want to stick their arm out to the side or something.
Arm burns.
And they get all the arm burns and they come off the ride from the Summit Plummet.
We're going to have to go to the phone.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 calls, so.
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Good.
Hi, Billy.
Hello.
How we
What's
doing
happening?
tonight?
Good.
Which questions you want to answer?
The one who the mother who impersonated Mickey Mouse.
Okay, who did that?
A furry rat.
A furry rat is right. Very good, Billy.
All right, you got one question right. Do you know the answer to another?
That's my favorite part of that movie, almost, except for the bubbles.
Dog's name in Peter Pan.
Yeah?
Nana.
Nana, that's right. Billy, 2 for 2. You've qualified for the drawing for that monorail that you see down there. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good night. We are going next to Julie. Hi there, Julie. How are you?
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
How we doing?
All right. Billy just answered the questions that I knew.
Oh, darn. How about the lake?
What was the question on the lake?
What is it?
What's the name of the lake on which you will find Fort Wilderness,
Wilderness
and River Country?
And River Country, and it's also, the Contemporary is in the back. It's in the back of the Contemporary.
Is it Bay Lake?
Bay
Yes,
Lake.
thank God. Now we can say Bay Lake for the rest of the night. Okay, you got one.
Yeah, I only knew the other Nana question.
Have you been to Disney World?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite thing there?
Probably Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay, here's one for you. Liberty Square is between what two lands at Magic Kingdom?
Fantasyland and Adventureland?
Oh, no.
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 You know
You have one of them.
you know what I was thinking? I know the blocks.
Oh,
blocks?
okay.
Can
We'll
I
give you
say
a shot
the 3
for it.
blocks?
How many?
3?
No.
No? All right.
So it's not 5.
It's
You
not
have to
4
call
and
back,
it's
though.
not
It's
3.
not 4 and it's not 3.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thanks.
Thank you,
Okay.
Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Bye-bye. All right, and we have...
All right, Kristen, you got a good shot at this now.
Yeah.
It's not 5, it's not 4, and it's not 3, if that's one you want to try for.
I was actually going to say the one, what 2 parks is Liberty Square?
Oh, okay.
Is it Frontierland and Fantasyland?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
What?
It's not.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yes, it is.
No.
I'm giving you credit for it, Kristen. You've qualified for the drawing.
What was it again, Kristen?
Frontierland and Fantasyland.
Oh, yeah, I had a brain cramp. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, you got that. So you got 2 right?
Yep.
That's 2.
Okay.
And you have qualified. Thanks very much, Kristen, for the call. Congratulations. We got to pause right now for some messages.
And we're going to come back and we're going to probably take a few more calls, but we're going to also talk about pennies.
All righty. And we'll be right back.
Why would anybody give someone they don't know a gift? They do it because this gift saves lives. And the need for it is desperate. We need over 20,000 people to give this precious gift every day. Please give blood. There's a life to be saved right now. Call the American Red Cross at 1-800-GIVE-LIFE.
They want to get me, I'm going to be ready to get them.
They just shoot. They don't care who gets in the way.
I want to be respected. This gets me respect, know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid to walk to school. Okay?
Yeah, I might die. Everybody dies.
Kids shooting, kids getting shot. They're all victims of gun violence. The killing won't stop unless you help stop it. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
I don't want to die.
Hello.
And we're back this time. I was ready this time.
I was
I'm getting
ready
much
in
better
case you
for
weren't
it.
ready, though.
Yeah, I'm getting much better at it. I'm getting much better at this.
Welcome back to the fabulous world of Mickey. Got a couple other questions in here to throw out to you. We've had so many answered tonight that we've got to make sure that we get them out there. And, hi, Harold. Tonight's trivia questions we've gotten, by the way, qualifiers. Matt has qualified tonight. Sam has qualified tonight. Kristen has qualified tonight, and so has Billy. So we've had 4 qualifiers tonight. What? Hello.
He wants to whisper.
Oh, he wants to whisper. Okay.
Okay.
I won't forget. I like that question, too, but we'll save it for next week, all right?
He was trying to tell you Jay's on the phone.
Jay's on the phone. Oh, yeah. I see that. Jay, how you doing? Welcome back.
Hi, Jay.
Could I answer that question about the blocks?
Okay.
Again, is it 7?
7?
Yeah.
No. How many blocks? Okay, it's how many blocks long is Main Street, USA? It's just the Main Street of the Magic Kingdom. It's not actually the Magic Kingdom in total.
Oh.
That's what's, I think, confusing people. So, no, 7's wrong. Do you have another question to answer?
Could you, like, say any of the questions?
Okay,
What is the name of Walt Disney's masterpiece motion picture combining animation with symphony?
and the other one I have is how many stations are there on Walt Disney World Railroad? How many times does the train actually stop?
Is the first one Fantasia?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct, and that is your second correct question. You've qualified
Right.
for the drawing for the monorail.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Jay.
Thanks.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Jay has become our 5th qualifier tonight. Oop, I didn't mean to scratch that. Oh, yeah, I did mean to do that. Never mind.
Okay.
Jay is our 5th qualifier tonight. Another question to toss out to you, the movie that nobody saw, apparently. Where does most of the movie Tron take place? This one came back, what, 1979, 1980?
This film is so far back, they had to up it from being a black and white picture to a color picture, I think.
No, they didn't.
Well, it's close to it.
Oh, yeah, whatever. It was kind of a fun movie, I thought. But anyways, where does the movie Tron take place? Or most of the movie Tron, I should say, take place. And our bonus question, you only have to get this one question right in order to qualify, and that is, what song title from the movie Peter Pan, from the Disney version of the movie Peter Pan, what song title becomes the final line spoken by Captain Kirk in one of the Star Trek motion pictures?
And what's the name of the Blizzard Beach mascot?
Here's a hint to that last question that I asked, by the way.
No hint.
The hint is that it was not the original Star Trek motion picture.
Oh, okay.
It was
All right.
either 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Okay. And what do we get out there?
Oh, we have to talk about the monorail because we've got a camera pointed right down at the monorail. This is what you would win if you qualify for the drawing and your name happens to get drawn out. The monorail is there, and that's for you, Billy, so that you can see what it looks like.
Okay.
It actually does run around the track on its own. It tells you to stand clear of the doors and welcome you to Walt Disney World.
It doesn't include any of those toys that are down there, though. Those are just props.
Yeah, that's our stuff.
Yeah, that's our stuff. Actually, that's my monorail, too, but I have another one that the sponsors are providing, yeah. And that's Abacus Travel, Videomania, and the Golf Club Factory are the 3 sponsors. And we thank them very much.
And we also thank Julie for trying again tonight. Hi, Julie. Welcome back.
Hi, Julie. Say hi to Harold.
Hi, Harold. How you doing?
Good, good. He's shy, though. He doesn't like to talk too much.
Okay.
You know?
I have, I think, an answer to the train.
Okay.
I think it's 3 places it stops.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed,
Okay.
Judy, and you've
Very
qualified.
Okay, great.
6 qualifiers tonight for the drawing, and you can qualify more than once.
Julie, do you have any... Hello? Oh, Julie. Oh, Julie, call back if you have any questions about going to Disney World. Because I'd like to really see people that have a question about Disney World, they can qualify too by just asking a question about traveling down there. That's another way they can qualify. We'll give that out. That'll be an incentive. Yeah, Harold's got to get... I got to get a haircut, and I got to take Harold to the barber,
I don't think Harold will let you. He's got less hair than you.
He says Paula is on the line. Hi, Paula.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Hi.
I think I might have...
Say hi to Harold. You have to talk to Harold first.
Okay.
Hi.
Harold says hi.
Where are you, Paula?
Oh, she said hi.
Okay.
You can be happy now, Harold.
Okay, go ahead.
The Blizzard Beach mascot?
Yep.
Is it the ice skater?
Yes. Very good. Okay, what's your other answer?
No, that's the only one I had.
Ooh, well.
Okay, what's your favorite place at Disney World?
I like the Magic Kingdom.
Okay, let me see, I have one here. Okay, on what attraction can one take the happiest crew that ever sailed?
The happiest crew that ever sailed?
The happiest crew that ever sailed. Okay, and it's at the Magic Kingdom. I'll give you that hint.
It's a ride that many find intensely annoying after a while.
It's a Small World?
Yes.
Couldn't you leave it out there for a couple more seconds?
No, I couldn't. I'm sorry. I had to comment.
And speaking of It's a Small World, I don't know if Victor can... I was at...
Oh, Victor's over there. Oh, my.
He's all stressed out there. I got this at the Disney store today. It's one of their new collecting dolls, and it's the Mexican It's a Small World Beanie Baby. I figured I'd just show you that. That was a little segue into that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you qualified? This is who?
Yeah, Paula is now qualified.
Paula, okay, Paula, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions about Disney World at all? I'm
no.
trying to get more questions than trivia.
I can't think of one.
Because that's the main goal of the show, is to try to educate people on it. Okay, well, if you do think of them, call back.
I will, thank you.
Okay, have a good night.
You too.
Paula is our 7th qualifier tonight.
Wow, we're doing good.
We've got Paula, Matt, Sam,
Debbie,
Julie, Billy,
Debbie,
Jay,
Debbie.
and Kristen.
Debbie's on with an answer. Oh, a question, okay. Hi, Debbie.
Hi. I have a question about traveling to Disney.
A question about what?
Traveling to Disney?
Okay.
How far in advance do you need to start planning that kind of a trip?
That's a good question. I plan my vacation about a year in advance.
Baloney, 5 years.
Well, that's beside the point. I try to do it about I start the initial thing a year ahead of time, and because there's a lot to get into. What hotel you want to stay at, how many days you want to go, and make a budget. And to do that, you really have to start putting money aside to do that, because it does get expensive to go there. Exactly. And one of the things I do is I decide on what month I'm going, and then I make out like this calendar. I just print up a calendar. Yeah, you can see it there. I'll just take the month that I'm planning on going, and then I start and look what I want to do, because number one, I have to tell my boss at work which week I'm going to go, so you really have to hone in on that. And the other good thing is, if you get in early and you make your airline reservations early, you get discount rates. A lot of times are out there you get the cheaper seats in advance. You don't always get them, but a lot of times you can get your cheaper fares by making your reservation earlier.
Oh, okay. So would your first visit to a travel agent be a year in advance?
I wouldn't say your first visit to a travel agent.
Your first visit should be when I go to Disney World, I like to get the whole family involved.
Right.
And find out what they want to do and how long they really want to stay. And so your first visit is at the kitchen table with the family, deciding, which hotel, go to the travel agent. They'll give you a brochure of, the parks and the different hotels, and you take that thing home, and it has prices in it for the different hotels. And let the whole family look over the brochures is the first step, and decide which hotel's best for you. There's so many down there now, whether you want to do a moderate, you want to do a budget plan, or you want to go all out and spend, lots of money and have a whole bunch of fun.
One of the things that you can do with Walt Disney World is you can make your reservations well in advance, and you can continue to look for better packages and better deals, because the way Walt Disney World structures it is you initially make your room reservation, and you have 2 weeks to make a $200 deposit on that room, or actually it's one night stay.
Yeah.
That you have to make a deposit for one night stay on that room. You can get that fully refunded, though, if you change your travel plans at some point in the future. So make your reservation and continue to shop around and look for better packages and better deals. Hi, Harold. Yes, yes, very nice.
He's saying we have 2 phone calls.
Yes,
too.
and we have 2 other phone calls to get to, too.
Okay.
So, is that pretty much answering your question?
That's great. Thank you so much.
All right, well,
Okay.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
We have Marie waiting in the wings for us now as they transfer the calls in and out. Hi there, Marie. How are you?
Good thing.
Say hi to Harold.
Hi, Harold.
Hi.
Hey.
What can we do for you tonight, Marie?
Well, I had a question.
Okay.
It really pertains to Fort Wilderness.
Can you just speak up a little bit?
Yeah, it's about Fort Wilderness.
Okay.
And I understand that they have wilderness homes there, which we've stayed in. They're more like mobile homes.
Yeah, there's wilderness homes, and then they have like cabins now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What's the difference between the log cabins and the wilderness homes?
That's a good question. You know what I'll do is I'll try to get some pictures of what it looks like for the next one in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we'll put them on the screen.
Yeah, because
I really haven't.
Are new.
Yeah, they are. I think they just came out last year, and I don't want to speak about them. But one of the things I heard was they're not air conditioned, which I find hard to believe.
Oh wow.
But I'll look into that and have it for you for the next show.
Okay, great.
But I've stayed at the in the trailers too, Fort Wilderness trailers.
Yeah,
Very nice.
We went down and stayed 2 weeks. It was grand.
Yeah, it's nice to where you can have 6 people and they come in and they do the beds and.
Yeah, Nana and Grandpa came and
Yeah.
we had a kitchen and maid service. It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then the other one is the treehouse over at the Disney Institute. They have the treehouse, and that sleeps up to 12 people, I believe. Which is good for like if you're having a family reunion.
Right.
The downside to the tree houses is you might get one right next to a fairway on the Lake Buena Vista golf course.
Which Matt is playing golf on at the time that you're there.
And
that would be
never want to be near a fairway that I'm playing golf on.
That's very bad to be there.
All right.
A hole in the bungalow, not a hole in the
he hit a couple of bungalows the last time. You hit a
one.
Oh, I hit a. We hit a couple of bungalows.
All right, Marie, thanks very much for the call. We got one more person to get to tonight, and we'll try and have that question answered for you in 2 weeks. I think Marie's gone, and I believe we have
next?
Jamie still waiting for
Jamie?
us. Hi there, Jamie.
Hi, Dave Greta.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What can we do for you tonight?
Is Jamie or Tasker?
I'd like to answer some of the questions.
Okay.
Which one would you like to give a shot at?
Can you turn your TV down?
What?
Can you turn your TV down and speak up?
Yeah. I don't know what your questions are, so.
Oh.
Okay. We'll have to do this pretty quickly.
Okay, how many... Ooh.
I think we might be out of questions.
I think we're out of questions.
The only one I have for you...
Did they tell us how many blocks are on Main Street?
No, not yet.
How many blocks are on Main Street, and it's not 5, 4, 3, or 7?
15.
How many city blocks is Main Street? Just the Main Street, not the whole park.
Oh, 8.
It's not 1 either.
8. Is it 8?
No.
No, not 8.
Can I say happy birthday to my friend?
What's that?
Who's your friend? Harold will say happy birthday.
Angela and Steven.
Who?
Angela and Steven.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. And we have one...
Harold says they was happy birthday, too.
Happy birthday,
I just didn't catch the name. He's a little hard of hearing sometimes.
We have time for one last phone call this evening. It's Tasca.
Tasca. Tasca, hi. Say hi to Harold. Tasca. Are you there?
Well, I guess no.
Okay, so let's see. We did the water parks. We didn't do the penny.
And we haven't done the rumor mill.
So we're going to hold off on the penny thing for next week. And we'll just talk for a few more minutes. I just wanted to show you some of these little beanies here this week. This one here I got at the Disney store today, too. It's one of the Easter, what is it? He's the Easter gopher.
Easter gopher.
They get him dressed up as a Disney beanie. And this one here, we got the Cheshire Cat. Where is that?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, he's holding the penny too. So we're talking about the penny next week.
Couple of rumors to throw out there for you. The Rock and Roller Coaster is at Disney's MGM Studios. They're currently in the process of building and testing that. It's scheduled to open in August of this year. And now there's some rumors that they may do a test run for
I heard they were
park
open in
visitors
July.
in May.
Or May, yeah.
There's a possibility of that. Also, Euro Disney is going through a major expansion.
Did you see my new pen?
And no, I haven't seen your new pen. It's very nice.
Very nice.
And finally, there is a possibility that they'll be opening a 5th theme park.
Yeah, that's
Walt Disney
that's
World.
out in the distant future.
Way in the future.
Okay,
That
I
is
just want to
always
mention
out
our
there.
sponsors, Videomania, Golf Club Factory, and Abacus Travel.
And the drawing will be held sometime in April. We haven't decided on an exact date, but
It's either
it'll
going to be the last week in April or the first week in May. It depends on our every other week thing that I got to figure out. So we'll get back to you on that. It's going to be one or the other, the last week in April or the first week in May on that. And next week we're going to talk about, in 2 weeks we're going to talk about the penny presses, and I think we'll have some posters or something that we'll show.
All right.
I think we're almost out of time. Again, I'd like to thank the sponsors, and we have 30 seconds, and Harold says good night, everyone.
All right. And I'll let you all know that just remember, keep it in mind, when you wish upon a star,
did
may
you give
your
that
dreams come true.
Oh, you gave that answer out?
Oh, one answer, by the way, the song
hot
title
answer?
from Peter Pan that became the final line spoken by Captain Kirk in one of the Star Trek motion pictures, second star to the right and straight on till morning.
And that brings us into the, speaking of second, the second is 2 city blocks.
Yes.
And Main Street.
And that was, by the way, Star Trek 6.
Star Trek 2, this is 2 blocks.
No, it was Star Trek 6 that he said
I know
that.
I was testing you.
I'm Matt, he's Bob.
I'm
We're
Bob.
both Disney-holics. Have a great night.
Don't forget Harold. Bye.